Hello and welcome to another video from the greatest trout on YouTube, and it is episode 48 of my FIFA 15 Burnley career mode. And firstly, sorry for such a long wait for this video. I've just been doing revision and all that good stuff, so it's been, I really haven't been able to go on to the Xbox for days, weeks, almost months. And I've just got so many things in my inbox. But anyway, looking at the league table here, going into this West Ham game, in this episode we will have West Ham at home, then we'll face Swansea away in the FA Cup in the 5th round, big game there, and then we'll be away to Hull. Looking at the table here though, it looks like Arsenal and Man City slipped up. If you can remember, we were, I believe, 1 point behind the top 4 after the last episode, but it looks like Arsenal and Man City have slipped up. And if Manchester United slip up in their game, we could potentially be in the top 4 by the end of this game, or by the end of this episode for sure. But you know, it's not going to be easy against West Ham. Obviously I've nicked a lot of their players, but this is the lineup we're going with. Not really many changes from the last game against Spurs. Obviously we won that game. I'm a firm believer in not changing your side when you're winning with them. Jutskovic has come in for Jerome though, that's the only change. But apart from that, nothing has really gone on. So, I mean, with the form we've been in, we should win this game. But West Ham, they're not an easy team to beat, to be fair. No. FIFA just has to make it more complicated in this this time period. Nolan will whip it into the box again. It's a good header away by Winston Reid against his former side, and that's a great tackle. And now he can break with Jordan Ibe here, and Jordan Ibe has a lot of pace and he can do a lot of damage with it. And it's back to Danny Ings. It's not a great pass, and that's onside. It was being played onside by Ward, and that's danger. It's a good chance, and West Ham have the lead. And honestly, that is all Ward's fault. I could not do anything about that. Those two would have been perfectly offside by about a mile if Ward wasn't just lingering back. And then I failed with a tackle, and somehow Heaton hasn't saved that. I did feel like it was coming, to be fair, but it's a bitter blow after the last win that we got. Time to come back again. Maiga, this pace up front is starting to really kill us at the moment. Creswell, that's a good ball in as well. And it's not greatly done, and my word, Ward again didn't get there, and in the end it's come off the post, and we are really getting away with a lot of stuff here. That's well played by Taylor, he's been good recently as well. And Danny Ings, and he's played it into Jutskovic here. And now it's back to Danny Ings, and he's trying to pull away. And Danny Ings, oh, superb effort. And Jutskovic almost got the rebound, but Ings has so much confidence at the moment, and he almost scored an absolute cracker of a goal there.
That's very well read.
Oh, it's come through. Oh, I don't believe it. And West Ham have scored right before the end of the half to give us an absolute mountain to climb. And it's just broken to him perfectly, and he's absolutely curled it into the bottom corner. There's nothing Heaton could do about that. And what am I supposed to do about that? He's just nicked it off him, and then Reid just sort of let him in. That's just not good. Okay guys, we're making a half-time substitution. Jutskovic has just been so poor for us really that we need to bring Jerome on. He had a good impact in the last game. Hopefully he can do it again. Just, again, can't get the ball off them. And here's Valencia. Gave him too much room and he's hit the bar. And if that had gone in, I probably would have rage quit. Because surely they couldn't have scored 2 such perfect goals. But they really are just playing like Barcelona at the moment. Poyet. Oh, what the hell happened there? What the hell was that, FIFA? Good clearance at least, though. And now he can play it into our field, and now we can start an attack here. And it's into Jerome. Luckily he took under his possession and didn't take too heavy touches. And Danny Ings has pulled away here. Chance for Danny Ings, and somehow the keeper makes a save. And Danny Ings, what a chance that is. And I think that just proves that the FIFA gods and the FIFA scripting just isn't on our side today. Oh, it's a good ball in. I just don't believe this. I do not believe this game sometimes. I mean, it's a 50-50 situation. I don't know how he's got it into the box in the first place, and somehow my two defenders have both completely missed it. I don't know why the hell isn't Winston Reid there. He's just chilling out when he's supposed to be the tallest guy in at centre back. I just don't know. This game has not gone well for us at all. Well, probably the most depressing result, performance, game, whatever the hell you want to call it, this season, possibly on the career mode, to be honest. I needed that win to challenge for the top four and to be right on the cusp, and that is a bitter, bitter blow. We just couldn't get near them all game, to be honest, from minute one practically. The pace was too much, the passing was too much, and the scripting was too much. And it was just all a bit disappointing, really. So I'll move on to the Swansea game to try and make up for it, and we need to try and do well in the FA Cup if we don't get in the top four at least. Well guys, it is the FA Cup next, as I said, and we have never got this far in any cup competition, so I really want to keep going. To be fair, we haven't had the most difficult opposition. We've only had York and Ipswich. I think this is the first real stern test in the FA Cup against Swansea. But we've beaten them before this season after that horrendous mistake by the defender. Danny Ings did score in that game. This is the lineup we're going with. Obviously, a few changes after that pretty poor performance, and it's obviously a cup game as well, so you're going to make a few changes. So Guidetti's come back in up front after a bit of a while out, actually. Ings is still up front though, Ibe's still in there, but we've brought Boyd in because Arfield just didn't really offer us much in the last game. Howson's also come in for Dean Marnie. The defence has pretty much kept the same even though we lost 3-0, because I've been happy with them for most of the season, to be honest. It's just been a lot of unfortunate sort of moments from FIFA that have cost us, really, in terms of trying to get in the top four. Hopefully that won't cost us in this game though, and we'll continue in the FA Cup, but it's not going to be easy here. At least we're at home. Yep. Taylor can put it into the box here. It's a good ball in, and Ibe attacks it. And did he? I'm not quite sure who got the final touch on that. It might be a corner. No, I think it was Ibe. So very unlucky not to get a goal there. His first goal for the club as well. Ibe back to Ben Mee to create more space, and now it's a good ball in. It's a nice floated one. And Danny Ings had the perfect range for a header there, and he squandered the chance a bit, I think. Yeah, was he offside? I guess he was then. Well, wouldn't have mattered anyway. Comes back inside, that's a nice ball, and it's into Guidetti! Superb save by the keeper. And Guidetti, I don't think he's got a goal since Man City, and he couldn't quite get one there. Routledge. Oh God, no. We need to defend. That's a good save, but they've scored the rebound. It just will not go right for me today. And we're 1-0 down again. And now we're looking at a replay probably, even if we get a goal back, obviously. I don't know why they're looking at Ake. I mean, I just tried to get bodies over, but it was too little too late, and I don't know what the keeper, Heaton's, doing there. So no one was watching Routledge at all. Well guys, again it's been a pretty poor first half. In terms of actual dominance, I'd say we've been level with Swansea, to be honest. I think we've actually probably done better than them. We've had a bit more possession, and I think we've had more chances, even though the stats don't suggest that. I think we've had the better chances, but you know, it won't quite fall for us at the moment, seemingly. But all it will take is a goal, but we need to get that goal, really. I really don't want another replay, but it looks like it could be likely, even if we get a goal. Back to Ward. And it's opened up for Guidetti here on the turn! Fantastic from John Guidetti! That is the goal we were looking for. And it is a superb turn. We opened up the space for Ward. I was expecting it to take a deflection or something and just come back out. But somehow he's just squeezed it in. That is perfection. It is the goal I needed that I was talking about at half time. And now we have to try and go on to win this game. Fantastic goal. Keeper needs to get there, and he didn't, and we should have been 2-1 down there. We got very lucky, and we still haven't got rid of it, and now my players are getting each other's way. And it's, oh, look at that, look at that. That is a piss take and a half. That just fell perfectly for him. And I don't know what I've got to do this episode, but it just seems to be going completely against me. I mean, just look at this. He hit that tackle is it's just a pass. The pass that they needed just to completely open me up. And Rangel scores. Into Marnie again. Good ball back to Ibe. Who can put one into the box now. Karaman! God damn, I know he's dangerous in the air, and he just couldn't quite put it in the net. And finally get the ball, but it'll be full time now, and there it goes. And we need a good result against Hull here, otherwise our season could start falling apart, to be honest. And we're out of the FA Cup at the 5th round stage. Bit disappointing. We really need to get into the top 4 now to make this a really good season. Well guys, this is the table going into this whole game. As you can see, we are basically 3 points behind 4th place. I mean, obviously we're actually 5 points behind, but we have a game in hand over Chelsea, Arsenal and Everton. Man United are the team we're really looking at, both of the Manchester sides really. So it is, I mean, 3rd is still a possibility really, looking at the games in hand as well, but Hull are down in 16th, fighting for their lives a bit, I guess. So it won't be easy, but we just need a few people to pop up with goals, because the goals haven't been coming in either, along with the defensive performances. This is the lineup we're going with. Ings and Jerome up front. They're the best 2 strikers we've got at the moment, to be honest. Even if Guidetti did score that goal, he just doesn't offer us enough pace. Going forward, Hewitt's in there because I just haven't been happy with the central midfield all episode. Arfield and Ibe on the wings, and then the usual defence. I just don't want to change it around. There's no one else I can really bring in, to be honest. So let's go into this whole game. Pretty sure we beat them earlier in the season. I'm not quite sure. I guess it's hard to remember, but I mean, Hull, they're not the greatest side in the world. We've beaten them before quite easily. So really, if we lose this, then we could end up falling into the bottom half of the table. We really don't want that. Goes to Ings. And Ings now, he can pull away from Curtis Davis any day of the week. And that's helped us on here. And he just tried to finesse it into that bottom corner. And he just couldn't quite adjust his body enough. Marnie into the box. Arfield didn't quite get there. It's come out to Hewitt. Decent effort, but into the hands of the keeper. Diame. It's not a bad ball. Sagbo! And if he'd scored that, Sagbo is one of the shittest strikers I've ever seen in my life. And he almost scored an absolute beauty of a volley there. / header. Oh my word. Well guys, I have to admit, it really hasn't been a wholly inspiring first half here once again. I mean, we've had chances, but they have as well. And it really is a bit of an open game that anyone could win. We're both in bad form, so it sort of makes sense. And really, I wouldn't be surprised if this ended up 0-0, or it's probably going to be a 1-goal difference here, 1-0 or 0-0 probably. But anyway, we are just quickly going to make a substitution as well. Roz, controversially here, Karaman is coming on for Ings. I just need to change it up somehow. Good interception, but we've won it back, and here is Karaman, and he's tried to play it over to Hewitt, and Hewitt does well. The strengths, and he's got the free kick, I think. Yes, he has. And we could have a pop here, actually. But we're going to go short instead. And Karaman turns nicely, uses his body strength. Great ball to the box! And Hewitt is there! Fantastic work from Karaman. You knew just use his body strength to turn. And he put a fantastic ball into the box. I don't know what the hell the whole defence was doing. No wonder they're down in 16th. Hewitt was completely unmarked in the 6-yard box. But he had to finish it. And for someone so young, he took it very, very well and composed. Fantastic header. And that is a goal we desperately needed from probably the most unlikely source possible. Apart from probably Heaton. Nice celebration as well.
Question it all the time, but looked offside to me, Alan.
Oh boy, that was not a good pass. And Ake has to win that, and he does very well, and he directs the header perfectly as well. And that's played over the top. Karaman takes it down in his stride well. He's being pulled at. It doesn't really matter though, because Karaman blasted into the net. And it is a typical Burnley victory here. We take the lead. We wait for them to commit themselves. And then we hit them on the counter. It is that typical 2-0 win. And Karaman, the composure there was fantastic. Just got away from the two defenders perfectly. And took no prisoners with the finish. It's put into the box, just hoofed. And speaking of hoofs, that's a nice one. There it is, full time. And again, it wasn't the most clinical performance, it wasn't the most inspiring performance, but we got the 3 points that we needed after what has been a pretty dreadful episode. It's turned into something a bit more positive. And yeah, just the composure that we needed. Karaman really did make a difference coming off the bench, like I hoped he would. And that has worked out quite nicely for us in the end, which has kept us once again just about in the hunt for the top 4. We still haven't quite got into it. We've been in the hunt for pretty much the whole season, and we still haven't quite got into it. Anyway, let's look at the table. Well guys, as you can see, it is still ridiculously tight around the top of the table. At the moment we are basically 3 points behind second, even if Man United do win their next game in hand. Man City look like they could jump us with that game in hand as well, though they may be playing each other, to be fair, so maybe that won't happen. But in terms of the top 4, we're essentially 2 points off it, so our position hasn't really improved from last episode, to be honest, because it's just been so inconsistent again. But at least we got that win, and in the next episode it will be a really mega episode, to say the least, because we have Chelsea at home, which, looking at the table, is absolutely massive. Then we will have West Brom at home. You would think we should win that. But, I mean, West Brom, look where they are, 9th, so it could still be an important game. And then finally we'll have Liverpool at home. Liverpool have slowly been creeping up the table. We need to stop that momentum. We never seem to lose to Liverpool. Hopefully that trend will continue. But it's been an up and down episode, as it usually is, really, with this career mode. But the top 4 hunt is still on, and well, in the next few weeks it really is going to get into the nitty-gritty stuff with exams and finishing this season, and my word, it's going to be close. Thank you for watching, and until next time, goodbye.